Hello and welcome to RevWheels, and this here is the brand new KTM Duke 160. Now this bike supersedes the KTM Duke 125, which has been discontinued, which makes this the entry-level Duke now. Now this might be entry-level, but we think it still carries the same orange DNA that changed the game way back in 2013. Now we're going to ride the new KTM Duke 160 and tell you whether it still has the original ready-to-race DNA from KTM, or is this just another commuter in disguise. Now when you talk about the design, this motorcycle is unmistakably Duke.
Straight away, it looks every bit a Duke. The Gen 2 design language brings edgy lines, a sculpted fuel tank, and an athletic stance. Despite being lighter, almost 12 kilos down from the 200 Duke, it still feels muscular and planted. KTM has clearly worked on weight savings without compromising on presence. And that's what gives it an edge over rivals like the Yamaha MT-15 or the Apache RTR160.
Now powering this Duke is a 164cc single-cylinder liquid-cooled engine, which is an SOHC unit. Now this unit makes about 18 bhp of power and 15.5 Newton meters of torque.
Numbers that make this the most powerful 160 in India. 0 to 60 comes up in just 4.5 seconds, and roll-on performance is strong too. It's quicker than rivals in both 4th and 5th gear sprints. The motor is high revving thanks to learnings from the Duke 250. But what's impressive is that 80% of peak torque kicks in below 4000 RPM. And we saw that with the amazing tractability that it offers. We were riding comfortably at 40 kilometers per hour in 5th gear, and bike picked up cleanly when you accelerated from there. That means it's not just about chasing red lines. It's easy in traffic and responsive in the city too. And with a slipper clutch that makes lever pull 22% lighter, aggressive downshifts feel smoother, and wheel hop is kept in check. Add to that a 49% larger radiator than the competition, and heat management is well sorted as well. Basically, the radiator is lifted straight off the Duke 200 and we had no issues of heating at all. The Duke 160 is built on a lightweight trellis chassis with a bolt-on subframe. The geometry has been revised, 12 mm shorter forks and a 0.5 degree sharper rake, making it agile and eager to dive into corners. Unsprung weight has been cut down with hollow axles, new lightweight wheels, and a directly mounted front disc. But this isn't just track-focused sharpness. KTM has tuned the WP Apex suspension to be comfortable in the city with more travel at both ends compared to the rivals. The 815 mm seat height, wide handlebars, and sculpted tank gives you a sit-in stance so you feel connected without being cramped. Even pillions get a 10% increase in space compared to the rivals in the segment. On the tech front, the 160 doesn't cut corners. You get dual channel ABS setup with a massive 320 mm front disc and steel braided lines, the biggest in its class. Rear ABS can be switched between two modes, basically normal and supermoto, for some hooligan slides, keeping true to the Duke DNA. The LED headlamp is sharp, hazard lights are standard, and the new LCD console with dot matrix display packs in plenty of data like service reminders and even an ambient light sensor. Want more? You can also opt for Bluetooth connectivity that adds turn-by-turn navigation and call alerts. But that's an additional $5,000, and we think that should have been part of the standard equipment. What's missing? We think at this price point, the Duke 160 needed to get a color LCD screen. Despite the performance, KTM claims around 40 kilometers per liter, which is a 10% improvement over the Duke 200. Pair that with a 10-liter tank and you've got a decent range for daily runs. The bigger 8 Ah battery also means no cold start issues and fewer headaches with accessories.
Priced at rupees 1.85 lakhs ex-showroom, the KTM Duke 160 sits slightly above the other 150-160cc sport naked competition. But it's way below the Duke 200, which we think hits a kind of a sweet spot. Now KTM offers the quintessential KTM Duke design, proper Duke performance and advanced rider technology, and all of this without going overboard on the prices. So is the new KTM Duke 160 just another entry-level motorcycle? Absolutely not. KTM tells us that even if you start small, you do not have to compromise on excitement. The new KTM Duke 160, it's unapologetically Duke, it's unapologetically orange, and it's just a little more accessible. Gen Z, rejoice! So what do you think of the new KTM Duke 160? Would you buy it over the Yamaha MT-15? Do let us know in the comments below.